I don't think anyone would argue with me when I say that mice love to chew on wiring and insulation. Anybody disagree? Anybody? Yeah, of course not. We all know this, right? They love to chew on wiring and insulation. All mice and rats do that. They all do it. They're all guilty of it. And we know this. This is a fact, okay? This is something that is not in dispute. But what I'm going to show you is a very special rat, a very interesting rat, because this rat can do the impossible. Alrighty, folks, we're going to watch a little clip here, and let's see what we see, alright? Okay. Alright. You guys saw what I saw. You guys saw what I saw. And I went back and watched the original launch video. And what you see is you see little pieces of insulation go flying away. Alright. And I'm like, but that's strange. Insulation shouldn't be flying off of that craft, because that would be a serious security breach. That would indicate that there's a breach in the hull, right? Yeah. When you got insulation flying off of anything, that means there's a hole somewhere and the insulation's flying out, right? Okay, so when you watch the actual launch video, you see the little pieces of insulation. They'll come out and they'll fly away, because they got a fan blowing on this damn thing. So you see the little pieces of insulation, and the little piece of insulation will fly away. And then after a few pieces of insulation fly away, you see our little buddy, the white rat here. He comes out, he looks around, and he looks and sees what's going on, and then he feels the wind from that fan blowing on him, and so he runs back into the ship. And there is no question that this is fake as hell. If you're still believing in all this space shit that we're going to the moon and Mars and all that, no, man, no. It's fake as hell. There is no doubt about it. But when I seen the little mouse there, man, I couldn't resist. It's like, holy shit, I got to do a video on this one, because if this does not prove to you that this shit's fake as a $3 bill, I give up. I don't know what else to tell. I mean, you saw the mouse. He comes running out. He looks around, feels the wind of that fan blowing on him. He's like, oh, I don't like wind. And he goes hiding right back into the engine again. Big old white mouse. All right. And like I said, if you go back and watch the original launch video, which I just did just a minute ago, you'll see bits and pieces of insulation go flying away from where this mouse, whatever it is biting on the insulation, and that wind is grabbing those pieces of insulation as he's biting them, and it's flinging them out, Because see, they gotta have a fan blowing on this thing to make it appear real, right? And so they got this big old huge Hollywood fan blowing on this damn thing. All right, and so as the mouse is chewing on that insulation, bits of insulation go flying out, and you can watch it in the actual launch video if it's still on YouTube. You can watch it, and you see these bits and pieces of insulation, and I'm like, that can't be good. I mean, that means there's a breach in the hull if there's insulation flying away, right?